When I started this, I did not expect that the most difficult part will be making these videos. Hey, this is Ivan, and this is a video series in which I'm trying to build a startup with only 1 hour a day or 5 hours a week at most. And last time it was 8 weeks ago. I would like to do a very quick rundown with a bunch of things that have changed since last time. I still kept working, but I didn't publish videos, so that's a bit of a nifty thing. And now I'm gonna try to get back into the video thing. So, the first thing that has changed is the whole thing that I'm building. Last time I figured out that I need to build a sort of a tool for online creators to create content, video content, so that other people can learn, which is really, really cool. But after a bit of digging in, I realized that I don't really care about that. I really care about technology, and I really care about learning technology, of making the world an easier place for everyone to learn technology. So I'd rather focus on people who teach technology and people who make presentations using technology, because I believe that that is a very effective way to teach things. And I know of a lot of people who would like to communicate a message, share. They have a lot of things to share, but they just don't have the ability to stand in front of a camera. So maybe they could do something else. So this is something I deeply care about, and I thought that that would be a better mission statement. So now I'm building a motion graphics editor for tech people to explain things. That's kind of it. Thing number 2. Yeah, so with the change in the mission statement and what it actually is, I thought, oh, you know what? Maybe this is like a presentation, like an actual presentation tool rather than a motion graphics tool, which is fine. And maybe it's kind of a lightweight alternative to Keynote. And somehow I also want to make it so that it has a very low barrier of entry. And then I thought, oh, Lightning Talk is a very good name. And that's how it's born. So I am now working on a thing called Lightning Talk, which is a presentation editor for tech people who want to explain things. I'm sure I'm gonna tune it the further I go along and the more people I interact with, but this is fine. This is really good for now. Thing number 3. Yes, so as I understood what is it that I want to do, another important question was, how am I going to do it? So what kind of technology will I use? And I actually recorded a video about this, but it's really bad. I used a thing called a quality attribute web. And the way it works is you start by listing the users of your software. So in my case, it's going to be me as a developer, some people as users, and maybe eventually some people as plugin developers or something like that. And then you list non-functional attributes that these people care about, and you list some of the main features. So which people care more about performance, which people care about maintainability, and so on. And then you take all of those attributes, you build a matrix, and the table essentially says, maintainability, performance, ability to actually export to video, and things like that. Yeah, so it's over there. Okay, and you take these non-quality attributes and you put them into a table and you sort them by the importance for different groups of customers. And I believe that for this product, for Lightning Talk, the most important thing is accessibility and usability. Yeah, so it has to be easy to use. I believe that the most important thing is actually the next most important thing, is actually speed of development. I really want to get it fast so that I can get some people going and also get myself going with the videos, and I can sacrifice some other attributes for that. I think that the performance, while important, is not as important as, for example, the ability to work on different platforms. That is quite important to me. And now that I've put them into a table and they're a sorted way, so I know which is the most important quality attribute, I can actually find and evaluate different pieces of technology according to those attributes. So for example, I can build a native iPhone app, but I don't really know the technology. the performance will be probably high because the native APIs allow for that, but the time to market is going to be quite low, and the portability is also quite low, but pencil support is easy to achieve. So it's evaluating those things. Then I can build it using, let's say, some form of a cross-platform desktop toolkit or something like Qt. And I don't really know a lot about Qt, but I could invest some time, a couple of hours, to research how would this particular technological choice affect any of those quality attributes. So for example, I would look, are there any drawing libraries in Qt? Are there any animation libraries in Qt? How can I export a video, and like, how does it even work? And that kind of process of technical discovery is incredibly valuable because it makes the trade-offs very explicit to me. So in this case, I chose to go for web technologies mostly because there's a lot of things out there and I really value time to market and usability. And with the web technologies, there are a lot of things that I can already use. This way, I was able to determine what kind of tech to use and was able to do that without a huge kind of doubt or regret of going in a way. I know that the way I'm going now, which is using web technologies, I know that that way is probably not the perfect way, but I am well aware of the trade-offs that are involved, and I know that these trade-offs are good enough for the things that my project cares about. Thing number 4, vacations are really nice. I was very surprised by the power vacation had over me. When I was back after 2 weeks of not working on Lightning Talk, I felt elated. It was really good. I just sat down, had a lot of more enthusiasm than I had before, and it was really good. I'm often surprised by the fact that yeah, just a bit of downtime can help. And I'm very grateful for being with friends all that time. This was fantastic for both myself and my progress with Lightning Talk. That was very good. So that's kind of it. What I'm working on now is learning TypeScript and React in order to do the web tech part. TypeScript because it's a typed language, so it will make my maintainability a bit higher. The testability is fine, make my maintainability a bit higher, and it's easy to learn, and I honestly also want to kind of reuse it in the future. I have built a couple of experiments evaluating a couple of store libraries, so Redux and Mobax State Tree, and that whole area of JavaScript I don't really understand. Also, the patterns that are used in client-side kind of programming are much different than what I have been used to doing all of my server operations stuff, which is what my background is. So there's a bit to learn there. It's very exciting. I'm very curious about this whole thing. The fact that I'm doing it bite-sized, an hour every day, helps a lot. I'm able to kind of set a small goal for the day and then refactor everything and then not achieve it. But then shrug it off and go back to it next day. That part works well, and I hope that next week I'll have something to show for this whole thing. And I will maybe have a clear definition of what an MVP would look like, so that I set some deadlines for myself. Thanks for watching, and I hope I'm gonna try the video thing again. See ya!